I'm Phil, I play bass in Neck Deep.
I'm Ben, I sing in Neck Deep.
And this is 10 of our favourite things.
I dressed up as Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween once. That's probably the most effort I ever put into a Halloween costume.
The only one I can think of is dressed up as Bleecker from Juno, because I had like the actual
Bleecker?
Yeah, Matt Sharon. When he's like got the gold shorts.
Oh yeah.
And I had I had the actual kit, like I had the real t-shirt and the gold headband and the gold shorts that he wears.
Pretty good.
I put some effort into that. Well, I didn't. I mean, it cost me like £15 from like a store, and it was like the whole thing. I was like, oh, that's funny.
I've been
it's not very Halloween-y.
I've been a prison escapist for the past 2 years.
I did like a Drew from Clockwork Orange once.
That'd be pretty good. It's pretty solid on the Halloween front, actually. I like Halloween.
Yeah, I love it.
In the shower, I normally sing like whatever song is generally on my mind. Sometimes can be like pretty embarrassing, like you know, why do you fill me up? Buttercup baby, just to let me down. That's a good one in the shower, because like sun coming through the thing.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I pretty much strictly only sing Taylor Swift and Katy Perry in the shower.
That's true.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh my.
One of my favourites is the 20th Century Fox flute version, or the Titanic flute version. You know, like you know, like the recorders which are just like, yeah, just like those played like super badly. Oh, it's just hilarious. So, yeah, 20th Century Fox flute edition and My Heart Will Go On flute edition.
I think my favourite is. It's like a series from like a Japanese show, and it's called like something in Pankun, and it's like a little chimp, like a literal like little chimp, and he wears dungarees, and he's got a little pet pig. I think it's a pig.
Oh,
and they like run around, and they do little activities together, and they have like this guy, and they'll be like, you can't understand it because it's all in Japanese, and they'll have like one day they go to a restaurant. And like the guy's making a cake, and they've got to like do what he does, and it's like him like trying to stir it all up.
What, the monkey?
Yeah, and then it like he tries to like put the flour in the thing, but and then it shows this diagram about how monkeys can't do that.
Yeah.
They can do that and touch it there, because their wrists are like different.
Yeah, there's.
And he tries to lift this bowl, and it just goes all over his face. And he's like, it's this little monkey with all flour.
What, they can't do like that?
Monkeys can't do that.
They can just do
but
that.
They can do that and touch it to there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just them.
Yeah, so he just went.
He's like trying to lift it, but he can't like.
He can't turn it like that. So he like tries to
like
lift
pour
it.
the eggs into the thing, and he goes, and all the flour goes all over him.
Aww.
And there's just loads of them. It's like a whole series. If you've ever seen chimpanzee riding on a Segway, that's ripped from that. Like that's from that show, because there's one where like they teach him to do a Segway, and he's got this little. I think it's either a pig or a little dog, and they're like, no, it's a dog. It's a bulldog. It's a bulldog. And they're like best friends, and he rides around on it, and they hang out. And there's one where they have to do sit-ups, and the bulldog's laid there, and he's on his legs, like hitting him, trying to make him do it, and then they like do it together. And there's one where the monkey lays down, and the bulldog lies across his tummy, and he's doing the pull-ups, and the bulldog's just like while he's laid, and it's so good. It's literally the best thing.
Bulldogs and monkeys are like too much.
Yeah, and they're like best friends. It's the cutest thing. And they hug each other and roll around together. It's amazing.
I would say Spider-Man or Superman. Fuck Batman. Batman is not a fucking superhero. He's just a rich dude who works out and is jacked.
Yeah, Batman's not a superhero. I think if it's talking about
Spider-Man or Superman.
If it's the movies, the Batman ones are my favourite.
Yeah,
if you consider them, yeah. The actual superhero.
Spider-Man. He is a superhero.
What about Black Panther?
He has actual powers. Black Panther.
Yeah. Superhero. Black Panther.
I've never heard of Black Panther. I'd say Spider-Man. Theme song. The Office.
We don't really do too much of that kind of stuff.
We didn't get really talk rank that hard, but like we don't really talk rank that hard, but we have been talk rank before. One I can remember was with Rome, where they all just ran on with like fucking a gas mask and shit, and like there's a picture of that.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, and like sandwiches. Oh, actually, yeah, we did that on our headline tour in the UK. Every night, West would go up to the guitarist of Rome, Alex, and just feed him something disgusting while he was playing, and he never knew what it was. So it'd just be like a handful of like cheese and crisps and like just whatever he could find, and just like shove it in his mouth. And then another one as well, we got stopped playing a set so the in-crowd could announce their Flappy Bird score.
Yeah.
Like halfway through a song just came in.
That was at Coco in London, which was like a
massive
really big show. So on tour we are the in-crowd, and they stopped us mid-song, walked on stage to announce they'd beaten our Flappy Bird score. Skateboarding.
I was gonna say skating or watching TV or drawing.
Yeah.
Or just generally hanging. Very usual, you know. Yeah. Essentially, the usual. Favorite cartoon character, probably Eric Cartman.
I was gonna say Stan.
Why? Stan from South Park.
Yeah.
Stan's
He's hilarious.
Stan's just like Stan and Kyle are the fucking. They're the ones with the.
I'm trying to think of other.
Or Randy. Randy from South Park's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
There's plenty. Bart Simpson, Homer Simpson. I watch a lot of cartoons.
Yeah,
actually.
that counts.
Jake and Finn. Fucking.
No, Lemongrab. He's hilarious.
Yeah, cartoons in general, but I'd say Cartman. Favorite quotes I've written down. Maybe Pulp Fiction with the fucking only because it was like it's horrible to watch, but it was fucking intense to watch. This was just the last thing I remember being like about was in Pulp Fiction where she sniffs the heroin and like overdoses.
Yeah.
I watched that when I was like super fucking high, like just like
white.
My heart was like. That was scary, but it was a good scene.
Mine would be from The Office. There's just too many there. Maybe something Michael Scott said.
Yeah.
Maybe when he finds out that Pam and Jim are dated, and he goes, "May your love soar with the eagle's nest."
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. Like if we were gonna say like quotable movies, like you could just do the obvious and just quote any Will Ferrell movie. But I don't see why you would.
Yeah. Like old school.
Yeah, there's plenty of concerns in movies, but. Alright, bitch.
Nailed it.
Alright, bitch.
I'm trying to think of a good one.
I don't really use pickup lines because
no one does in real life.
well, like I've never like.
There's always that thing, and you hear the funny ones and stuff that you see online. I can't think of any right now.
Nice legs. What's under there?
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Shit ones like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck pickup lines. Pickup lines are for dudes who need pickup lines.
Something like that. Yeah.
We don't need pickup lines. We don't need.
Okay. Do we say our names again?
Don't do a poo one. Don't do anything to do with poo. Was it about poo? It definitely
It wasn't about poo.
It was about toilets and bum holes.
Yeah, it was about bum holes.
Don't do a bum hole one.
I was gonna say it's fresher than Louis' bumhole straight after he's been out of the shower.
Nah, don't know what is fresh. Everything in my life is stale. Hey, I'm Ben from Neck Deep.
I am Phil from Neck Deep, and you're watching Pub Fresh. Fresher than the freshest mountain stream in all of the universe.
Yeah, that works.